Hey everyone, today we're diving into something super important. And you know what? It's something we actually have a lot of control over, how to prevent a heart attack. Now, this isn't about scaring anyone, nope. It's all about empowerment, about taking these powerful, proactive steps for our long-term health. So let's jump right in.
So let me ask you this. What if you could build a stronger heart, just one choice at a time? I really love this way of thinking about it, you know? It completely shifts the focus. We're not just reacting to a problem here. We're talking about building something stronger, something more resilient. It's all about how those small, consistent choices we make every day can add up to make a huge difference.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We've broken it down into 5 simple parts. First, we'll get a handle on what a heart attack actually is. Then we'll dive into 3 key pillars of prevention. And we'll wrap it all up by showing you how to build your very own personal plan. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, first up, what is a heart attack? You know, before we can build a strong defense, we've got to understand what we're actually defending against. So, what's really going on inside the body?
So the main cause, the big one, is something called coronary artery disease, or CAD for short. And honestly, the idea is pretty straightforward. Think of your heart's arteries as these busy highways. Now plaque, which is just this sticky mix of fat, cholesterol, and other gunk, starts to build up. It's like it creates a massive traffic jam, narrowing all the lanes. And if that flow of oxygen-rich blood gets totally blocked, well, that's a heart attack.
Now, CAD is definitely the main culprit, for sure, but it's not the only thing that can cause a heart attack. As you can see, other things can happen, like a sudden tear in an artery wall or a severe spasm. It just goes to show how important it is to keep the entire system, our whole cardiovascular system, running smoothly. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. This brings us to our very first pillar of prevention, knowing your numbers. You've probably heard the saying, you can't manage what you don't measure, and that is so true here. Getting a handle on your key health numbers is really the first step to taking back control.
So let's break down the big 3 numbers you really want to know. First up is blood pressure. This one's often called a silent risk because honestly, high blood pressure usually doesn't have any symptoms. Next is your cholesterol, which, as we just saw, is a key ingredient in that plaque buildup. And third, blood glucose, which helps you and your doctor keep an eye on your diabetes risk. Seriously, tracking these 3 things with your doctor is like building the foundation for a super solid prevention plan.
All right, on to our second pillar, and this one is a biggie. It's all about mastering your daily lifestyle. We're talking about the habits and choices you make, day in and day out, that have a massive, direct impact on your heart health.
150. That number is your new best friend. We're talking a minimum of 150 minutes of moderate exercise every week. And look, that sounds like a lot, but it breaks down to just 30 minutes, 5 days a week. We're not talking about running a marathon here. A brisk walk, a bike ride, going for a swim, it all counts. And the best part, you don't have to jump in at 150. Just start. Every single minute of activity helps. And what about food? Well, good news, it doesn't have to be super complicated. The goal is pretty simple. Fill your plate with things that help keep those artery highways clear and flowing. Think colorful fruits, veggies, and whole grains. And at the same time, you just want to limit the stuff that can cause those traffic jams, like saturated fats and too much sugar or salt. It's all about balance, right? Not about feeling deprived.
Okay, I really wanted to pull this quote out because it is so powerful. If you're a smoker, quitting is hands down one of the single most impactful things you can do for your heart. I know it's not always easy, but there are so many resources out there to help you. It's a game changer.
When it comes to alcohol, the key word is moderation. The general guideline is to stick to a maximum of 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Why? Because drinking too much can raise your blood pressure. And this is really important. The guidelines are crystal clear that you should not start drinking just for supposed heart benefits. And that brings us to our third and final pillar. And it's one that honestly gets overlooked way too often. We need to prioritize rest and recovery. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle in your body, it's deeply affected by things like sleep and stress. 7 to 9 hours, that's the magic number for quality sleep each night. And please don't think of this as a luxury. It is a biological necessity. When you're in deep sleep, your heart rate and your blood pressure actually drop, giving your whole cardiovascular system a much-needed break to rest, repair, and recharge for the next day. I think this slide lays it out perfectly. The 2 sides of the stress coin. On one side, you have that chronic, long-term stress that just wears you down, and it's a known risk factor. But on the other side, you have this amazing toolkit of healthy ways to cope.
We're talking about things like yoga, journaling, meditation, or even just getting out in nature or calling a friend. These aren't just nice-to-haves, they are powerful, proven tools for protecting your heart.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now it's time to bring it all home. How do we take all this knowledge and turn it into a real, concrete plan of action for you?
This quote right here is absolutely crucial. You have to remember that everybody is different. Your health, your body, your family history, it's all unique. So what works for your friend might not be the right fit for you. True prevention has to be personal, and that always starts with a conversation with your doctor.
So here it is boiled down into a simple 4-step action plan. Step 1, understand your risk. Know your family history, get those regular checkups. Step 2, adopt those healthy habits we talked about. Focus on diet, exercise, and kicking the smoking habit. Step 3, make stress management and sleep a non-negotiable part of your life. And finally, step 4, the one that ties it all together, partner up with your doctor. Work with them to create a plan that is safe, effective, and built just for you.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've gone over today, what is the single most important change you can commit to for your heart health starting right now, today? It could be something small, like scheduling that doctor's appointment you've been putting off, or maybe just deciding to take a walk after dinner tonight. It really doesn't matter how small it feels, because everything big starts with that one single, powerful first step. Thanks for tuning in.